Hello, my name is Mike Mulvaney, and I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Recreation Administration here at EIU. And I've been here since the fall of 2006. Grounded in my years of experience as a practitioner, research that really examines the management practices of public park and rec agencies has really held my primary focus. Specifically, my work is really centered on the examination of HR functions in those agencies, including employee compensation and benefit administration, training and development, and performance appraisal practices. I'm also interested in the planning processes in these park and rec agencies, including strategic planning, the role of the citizen in an agency's planning process, and the overall management practices associated with an agency's recreation-based programming. A more recent project I completed focused on the management practices associated with a public park and recreation agency's programming services. I would argue as agencies are confronted with tightening budgets and ebbing tax revenues as a result of this recent economic downturn, the need to evaluate the effectiveness, its impact, and the cost benefits of these agencies' recreation programs is of growing importance. Despite this need, many agencies lack a understanding or expertise to really complete a comprehensive evaluation of these agencies or their agencies' programs. So responding to this need, I investigated the process and procedures required to complete a comprehensive programming assessment that led to the development of a programming cost recovery category framework that allowed these agencies to be more strategic in managing and implementing their programming. Another project I've completed was a white paper for our national organization, which is the National Recreation and Park Association, or NRPA. Working with NRPA and the American Academy of Park and Recreation Administrators, I examined the nature of the current economic conditions facing these agencies, and then followed that with what are some strategies to manage this economic climate we are in. A series of focus groups with public park and recreation professionals from across the country were conducted and really identified 5 predominant findings. First, the significance of the current economic conditions was clearly identified. More specifically, these agencies are arguably facing the most challenging times that the field as a whole has faced in more than 50 years. Second, some agencies were using this time as an opportunity to really revisit their mission and goals to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of their operations. A third theme that emerged was that these agencies identified a growing need to really reconnect with the citizens that they serve. New techniques for eliciting citizen involvement in the work of identifying key issues and opportunities facing communities and how these agencies and other stakeholders within the community should respond were clearly identified. Fourth theme was benchmarking is becoming increasingly important for public park and rec agencies. Many agencies have begun comparing specific measures of agency performance against data on those measures and other what they refer to as best practice agencies. And finally, park and rec agencies must effectively communicate their value and community impact. Park and rec agencies are increasingly faced with challenges to communicate effectively funding needs with their elected officials and constituencies during this challenging economic climate.